What's going on, Leroy? What's going on? I see you. First one in the building. Colin Brown, I see you. What's going on? We got 6 people in the building so far, man. Y'all get my likes up. I appreciate you. Kings Deluxe Mobile Car Wash, I see you. Y'all hit that like button. Get those likes up. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Z Customs, Vision Service Care, I see you. What's going on? Yeah, Vision Service Care, man. I'll be checking you out on YouTube, man. I mean, I'm sorry, not YouTube. Well, yeah, on YouTube, but mainly Instagram. You've been putting a lot of work in, man. Shouts out to you. Going on, Z Customs. I see you. Ricardo Automobile Detailing. I see you. Weatherspoon Pressure Washing. What's going on? Oil change and detailing. I see you. Mobile Lube. What's going on? Appreciate you. Yeah, I still got these shirts for sale if y'all need any. Leroy, I still got to send you a shirt. I gotta order your size. I just not thought about it just now. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Vision Service Care. Yeah, I'm gonna get that out to you ASAP. I gotta go. I gotta make another order anyway. I just gotta get. It's a couple of people need some larger sizes. Are you able to see the chat, Tolly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got it up.
Deland, I see you, big dog. What's going on, man? I like that video you did.
Which one?
With Deland, he did a. I interviewed Deland last. What was that? Sunday, and he took some excerpts out the interview and he made a video out of it with I think he was doing the some ATVs or something like that.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying Deland, I don't know if you know Deland Stone 601 auto detailing out of Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I interviewed him last week.
Oh, okay. No, I think it was on Sunday, huh?
Yeah, it was on Sunday.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was on Sunday.
I just realized that because I noticed I said I hadn't seen you in a while, but if we do something, y'all have a 2 hour, y'all 2 hours behind us or ahead of us, however you look at it. But like
Uh-huh.
right now where you are, it's like 6:37. It's 8 p.m. here.
Mhm.
So if I go live at 8, you're probably still out there working on some days.
Yeah.
And then if I do something on Sunday, you at church.
Yep.
Okay. People's choice, what's going on? Why? All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. We got 11 people in there. That's enough to go and crank it up. But everybody, y'all know this guy. This is Tolys from Tolys Detailing and Family Vlogs. We've had him on here before, and the topic of discussion today is shops versus mobile. We kind of touched on this when we talked with the Stone last week, and I remember telling him that I think he's the only person with a shop, but I forgot about Tolys. Tolys is mobile and he has a shop. He's the perfect person to talk about this subject because he has a perspective on both ends of the spectrum. Uh, so let's get into it, man. I remember in our last interview, Tolly, uh, you told us that you started your business and you started out of a Nissan Sentra and you was offering headlight restoration.
Oh yeah.
At what point during that beginning did you? I mean, what point during your journey you said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a shop.
Once, of course, a lot of time passed by at first. When you start off, before you get the right advertising set up,
Mhm.
you gotta wait for that time when you just build up clients to where you can afford a shop pretty much. So if I wasn't able to afford a shop, I wouldn't go for that route. But once I build up clients, where I saw I can afford some kind of little shop, I figured I should take that, because all the mobile jobs that I do, something I wanted to do a little quicker out mobile. So like, even if I did details at first, but then I was like, man, if you got like a higher end vehicle and you want to sell some kind of like a big package, which you either gotta have a lot of time in one day, or you can bring it to the shop where you can leave it at the shop if you're not done in that day. So where this all came to was because every time I went up mobile, whatever jobs I did out mobile, I couldn't finish like a bigger package type deal. I want to say not just something like an interior detail or whatever. Let's say, for instance, recent one that I did video, the ceramic coating. If I was just mobile, I wouldn't be able to do the ceramic coating. There's no way. If somebody can knock out a ceramic coating out mobile, then I don't know, it's just somebody that can do that. But for me, for instance, I had to choose, if I want to take that route, take that higher step of higher end vehicles, if I wanted to do something extra, which is like something like ceramic coating. You definitely would want to do it in the shop because there's a lot of steps to it. So me just deciding on, is it worth it? In a way, yes, because you can have jobs at the shop, and you can just let the customer know for a couple days that you're gonna have. Hold that thought. Give me 1 second.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? How's y'all week been? I hope everybody been touching cash, making it happen out there, man. I know some people been touching cash because I've been seeing y'all on Facebook in the New Wave group and also in Instagram as well. I've been all right, Z. I've been doing okay, man. I've been taking it easy the last couple of weeks because like I told y'all last week, everything kind of I've been getting a lot of phone calls, um, putting in a lot of work, so I hadn't really been able to record a lot.
Okay.
I got some footage. I got some footage already lined up to go, but
Sorry, my dad
yeah.
just stopped by, so I had to say
Okay.
this.
Okay.
So, anyways, I pretty much chose to have a shop so I can get some kind of jobs double way. I would say mobile. I get set up, with smaller packages where a lot of people would strictly just want mobile because of their time essence, either they're at work or they're just having a busy lifestyle, I guess. So I figured, why don't I just provide a service so I can have those type of customers where I do go out and service those people that actually need it out mobile, the convenience of doing it at their house or business, whatever the case is, and then someone where they are like more with high end stuff, like they're like, okay, I need someone to do my vehicle, but I think it's better when you do it at the shop. That's just people's perspective, I guess. And then I was like, now I can do both. Basically, go out mobile and have people that have high expectations for like bigger packages, bigger deal. Like I'll have it in the shop for a couple days, and that's the thing I usually tell those people. I'm like, okay, so roughly, if you want me to get this done, if it's a smaller package, I'll be like, that'll take about 2 days. Bigger package might be a week, just depending on my mobile schedule versus in shop vehicle. So that's just pulling in kind of like double income, I should say.
Right. Okay. So now you're in the shop. Now you're running the shop. Now, so when you first started, was that an idea of yours, or did it come about? Like I know you kind of touched on that, but did you ever want to shop? Did you want it to just stay mobile, but you start running to those clients that wanted those bigger services, and so you said, okay, well, look, let me. Was that what I'm saying? Was the shop in your plan in the beginning? It's basically what I'm asking.
In the beginning, I was just looking for mobile, but where I got this idea with the shop is because I did actually have people like, but don't you think those customers that I went out and did mobile service for? They're like, don't you think it would be better or better service or better detail if I take it to some kind of shop? Back then, when I was mobile, I was like, I don't know, I really don't think so. It's the same deal versus mobile and shop. Just maybe more tool access at the shop if you can't bring everything along. And once I've heard a couple customers, not just one, say about it's probably they're thinking it's probably better if you take it to the shop. So I was like, oh, hold on. Is it is it good connection or
Yeah, it's good. It's
okay?
good.
Hold on. I just put on Wi-Fi just in case. So, anyways, uh, that kind of just came about a shop a little later on when I started hearing a lot of customers talking about it. And once I've built up a lot of customers where I saw that there's a certain budget that I can afford for a shop, I started looking for one, and I found this one. At first, it was kind of scary because you don't know how how can you afford it, or how the job's going to go. But as time went by, you just kind of gotta maintain your schedule basically. So you look at your days and you just try to fill in so you can actually afford the shop basically. So if you don't pull in jobs to the shop, it's kind of pointless having a shop. Even though it is kind of nice, parking your vehicles or having your supplies. Th- That's still a good thing right there. But other than that, if you have a shop, you got to bring in some kind of bigger package, bigger services at the shop, so you can actually pay for it.
Okay. So detail shop or mobile? If you had to choose one, which one and why?
This is kind of a hard one, but I would choose. I would say shop, but then again, I'm gonna just touch bases like whatever the circumstances are. If you gotta do mobile, you gotta do mobile. But if I were to choose, and if the quality wise, the convenience wise, it's shop. One thing, you're not driving around that much. You're saving money on gas. You have better, let's say, work schedule. You can figure out your hours of lunch. Pretty much your breaks. With mobile, you're kind of like you're like, oh man, either you're running behind on some jobs, so you don't always stop for lunch or whatever. It's more of a hectic when you're mobile. Just depends, on how many jobs you pull, of course. If you got one job, then I'm pretty sure you can pull it off in a day. But if you got to stop at 3, 4 places, then yeah, you got to be all over the place. You just got to make sure you finish all those jobs in that day. Um, for shop, they bring it in. You don't finish it. You leave it at the shop. You let the customer know, hey, it's a little more work than I expected. We're gonna have to keep the vehicle for another day. Is that okay? So this is pretty much convenience at the shop versus mobile.
Okay. Um, it's kind of the same thing that I was talking with date with Deland. It's kind of the same thing he said.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for me personally, I don't have nothing to compare it to because I've never been in a shop. But I can say one thing that I like about being mobile is that like if you have a shop and only a shop and you're in one location, that's more than likely going to be that area is going to be probably the only demographic that you're going to be able to cater to. I mean, you may get people from other areas and other demographic may come over there, but you're really going to be it's going to be mainly the people that's in that area or work in that area or have some reason to be in that area. With mobile, if you're in an area that's not giving you what you want, or you don't have the customer base or the clientele base that you want, you can just drive to another area. You see what I'm saying? Um,
Do you want me to give you a net? You want me to touch bases with that?
yeah.
I think over time, if your company really spreads and you got customers, let's say 20, 30 minutes away, which is, out of the actual, county area, whatever you're in, Sacramento County, you got 30 minutes out to Rockland or Loomis around here. The the uh, the Ferrari, he's about 30 minutes out. He decided to come. So if you're right on mobile, you can go anywhere. You can reach a lot of clientels. That is true, and that's why I said it's hard to choose between mobile and shop. But in shop, you got people coming from like 30 minutes out, which isn't already in my county area. I think is because whatever customers I provide a service for over time, um, people do talk. Who did your vehicle? Where did you get it done? And they kind of either need something done ASAP, or then they then they remember years down the road. They're like, oh man, I remember this guy, and I need this done now. Let me give him a call. Let's see if he's available. So, like for instance, the C courts. Obviously, I wouldn't want to do mobile. So I'd be like, okay, if anything for C courts and seat dye, you got to bring it to the shop. So they will bring it to you if they know they can trust you and you can provide them a good service.
Okay. Yeah, that you're right about that. I was listening to an audio book, and one of the guys that wrote the book, he was saying that it was this place that sells pancakes. They don't advertise. They only accept cash. Uh, and the line is wrapped around the door. Everything all their advertising is word of mouth. And people drive miles and miles to go to this place and wait in long lines. So if your service is good, sometimes that stuff doesn't matter. But I just think that when you're starting off, you need that boost. You know what I'm saying? You need that boost. Like, for me, it was like lowering my prices and just working from sun up to sundown. For some people, it was Groupon or Living Social or some type of marketing campaign or something like that. Uh, but yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. People will drive and will drive miles and miles if your service is good. Okay, like in your opinion now, like what is the benefits of being mobile? What's the benefits of is having a shop, business wise?
Business wise,
Yeah,
so like ups and downs for mobile and ups and downs for shop.
we could do that. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Mobile, I'll have to cover what you said. You can cover a lot of ground. You can go out to a lot of counties, basically. Get more customers, and you're out advertising. If you got logos on your van or whatever, and you got other people out mobile that either are driving by, walking by. They see what you do, and as far as it might be a neighbor of the person you're doing the vehicle for. Maybe they saw the vehicle before, and you're buffing the vehicle, and they're like, every time they walk by and they saw how badly scratched it was, and then you made it all shiny, and they're like, "Whoa, this guy did a good job. Hey, can I get your business card?" That's one of the things where people actually kind of get their before and after ideas. So you're advertising like right there on the spot, whoever drives by. Now, for shop wise, you gotta have that overhaul. So you gotta cover electrical, you gotta cover rent, you gotta cover general liability, you gotta cover electricity, internet. Pretty much shop. You gotta make sure you can cover all that. So that's one of the things that you always have in your head. You want to make sure you cover all those bills. The good thing is it's you need shade or whatever. You pull a vehicle into the shop, you got shade. You're on your own little relaxed time at the shop. Out mobile, I feel like you're more rushed. You know, that's one of the things. So mobile, you do a lot of a lot of physical advertising. Basically, people can walk by, will come up, ask you for a business card. You can cover a lot of ground, but you do also rush a little because if you got a lot of clients, customers, and you want to make them all happy, and you got to make sure you're not late. This is one of the things where you got to be on top of. Kind of like tell them a later time rather than earlier time and show up later, basically. And as far as that, I feel like you got to fill up so much. Like every other day, I would have to fill up my ProMaster just because of the drive. And then at the shop, you're just you feel how can I say relaxed. You don't feel rushed. You know, they bring it in. You just tell them, hey, this is what I see. Basically, I'm thinking it's going to take me 4.5 hours, 6 hours, whatever the case is. If anything, I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know how long it's going to take. That way, you don't have to come here and sit and wait.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I heard earlier on in the video you were saying uh, that you had a little fear as far as like opening your shop, and I'm pretty sure that most of that feeling came was of being able to
Afford?
handle things financially. What were your other fears about having a shop other than finances?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just it was just strictly finances.
Just to basically to cover it.
Right. And you know that's the thing I like about mobile. I was talking to some guys today, and
That is true. One of the things
yeah,
that I mentioned for mobile,
yeah,
you're not worried about paying for a shop or anything
right,
like that. You don't got extra bills. You ain't got
right,
electricity. So, like I said, that's why it was so hard for me to decide. Uh, for me, honestly, that's why I still think I do mobile and shop. Though that if I just wanted to sit at the shop, then I would have stopped mobile a long time ago, and I'd just wait for the shop. But sometimes you can't bring all the customers to you, so you
right.
got to go out to them.
Okay, so how do you balance that? How do you what days do you say, okay, I'm gonna work in the shop and I'm gonna go out? How do you balance the two?
So basically, I created a Google Calendar, and I got days where I'm out in certain areas. I got days that are longer, days that are shorter. Out mobile. I'm talking about mobile.
Hmm.
So in those days, and then nowadays I got where I could literally have all day at the shop. So I strictly go off on my calendar. I set up all my mobile customers maintenance out in those days, and I try to fit them in to the same area that I go out, so it'll be closer. But sometimes it's still kind of hard. So I would do mainly any day where I go out for certain washes. It would be pretty much every day, because I can't do them, all in one day. So if there's a lot of customers out mobile, I have to, divide them through all the days. As far as shop, I would bring in if I would bring into the if I would bring in the vehicle into the shop, I would not always, get it done. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Yo, Weatherspoon pressure washing. I see you, man. If you would like a shirt, man, you can get them at you can go on my website and order one, or you can cash out me now at the cash out that I left in the chat room, and I'll send you one. But they're going for $30 right now. What's going on, Mike Alador? I see you.
Uh-huh.
What's going on, Leroy?
Man, I'm sorry. I gotta run around here. Sorry, where were we?
You was talking about
Your question was
how do you manage to?
sorry, manage mobile versus shop.
Yeah.
So anytime when I get a mobile customer, or let's say if I get a call and I ask them what package, what are they trying to do, and if I see it's like a big package, like an in and out detailing, I always try to offer them in shop. And if that's the case where they agree, then I would bring it into the shop. And I would, if I set up something for the shop versus mobile, then I would try not to push any other mobile jobs on that day. I would strictly try to do smaller amounts of mobile, and then so I have more time at the shop. Because basically I'm out mobile almost every day, so I don't want to drop my customers that are ongoing basis on mobile, and say, oh, okay, let me go ahead and reschedule this guy. So if anything, I would try to make the mobile short washes, get back to the shop, knock out the shop. But number one priority, I just do the ongoing maintenance mobile. So those ongoing maintenance, I keep them number one.
Yeah, they,
As far as as
so
far as
the ongoing maintenance is what basically pay your bills.
yeah, so I keep them number one. I won't even if it's like a wash, $50 for a vehicle or $60 for a truck. I wouldn't stop it even if I got like a $400 job or whatever. I wouldn't call them and say, hey, you know what, I can't come out today. I keep them the way they were set up for mobile those days. I just go out and do it. I just try to work around the time with the customer that I'm trying to bring into the shop. So if anything, my answer is mobile is still number one for me, since all the customers that I go out, that's pretty much a recurring payment. So I know it's there, and I know I got to keep those customers happy. So pretty much they'll keep me. And then as far as mobile, as far as shop, when a customer calls in, if it's a new customer, you never know how the person is. So you just try to work around your mobile schedule where you can have it done in the shop. You just talk to him and say, well, how much time do I got? I pretty much find out how much time I got, and I'll tell him, all right, so either I find a day where I have more time at the shop, and I'll try to do that, or I'll just tell him, hey, listen, it looks like I'm really busy. I'll have to get this done in 2 days. Are you okay leaving the vehicle at the shop? And that's how it'll go. I'll get the job in for 2 days, but I'll still keep mobile number one.
Okay. One thing with me is, you guys know I do lawn care and detailing. My detailing part of the business is actually starting to catch up with the lawn care. It's starting to be 50-50. Um, and sometimes try to juggle everything. And the day before or the morning of, my anxiety builds up. Once I start working, it goes away. But like when the week starts, if it's gonna rain, before my day starts, I just have this anxiety. The night before, it just builds up. When you have all this stuff going around and you juggle, does your anxiety, do you have any anxiety? Does that raise that or anything?
You're talking about when you're thinking you're low on jobs coming in.
No, not low on jobs coming in. You got a high volume of jobs, and you're trying to
Okay.
complete them all. You're
And
trying to complete them all. Does that make you anxious? Does it? What effects does it have on you mentally?
so okay, so now you're saying when if you overload yourself with jobs, right, and you're thinking you're not going to get it done.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't done that lately. Now because of how many packages I've done, I've really kind of figured out the time it takes me, no matter what it is. And if I see a vehicle, I'll kind of ballpark it and be like, okay, I think this is how long it's going to take me. So if I know I cannot take even one extra wash, I won't do it for that same day. So as far as that part, um, I don't know how it feels anymore. So because I try to manage that. I
Okay.
try to actually, not overload myself.
Well, there's a time. Was there a time
There's a time
that you did overload yourself?
in the beginning, I would, and here's the problem. How I would do this. Let's specifically talk about Monday, and when I just started. So let's say, okay, I look at my week, because basically you're just starting out, you got nothing. So your calendar is pretty much open. Let's say one customer calls you, right, in the morning. You answer the call. They ask you, let's say, for instance, for a wash the same day, and you're like, sure, let's do it at 9 o'clock or whatever, 9 a.m. So you get out, you wash that vehicle. You got another customer, let's say 2 to 3 customers call you while you're out at that job site, and they ask you, hey, I need something done. Okay, what do you need done? Headlight restoration. All right, so you say, okay, I got time around 11 o'clock for a headlight restoration. So you kind of write it down, and you have it in your head, and then all of a sudden someone else calls, and you kind of lose track of that you wrote down. You got a headlight restoration 11 o'clock, and then you go, and then the other guy calls and says wash and wax, but I need it today, and you're like, okay, I got wash and wax 12 o'clock. So as far as how this goes is, it's the customers that actually say, I need something done today. And it kind of, messes you up because you either forget that you had something extra lined up. This is the only way it overloaded for me. I never did it on a calendar. I always kind of just wrote it down on a piece of paper and just kind of try to have it in my head. But now I just, when I pull out my phone, computer, I use Google Calendar. My wife knows, if she opens up, my dad has on his Google Calendar, because you can share that information. So anytime, everybody will know. Like my wife will know my schedule, my dad will know my schedule. Basically, anybody that I can give access to, they'll know my schedule. So if anything, it shouldn't be a problem anymore, because I just strictly, when somebody calls, even when they tell me now, they're like, hey, I need it done Thursday. That's it. I got no other day, right? Now I'm giving you an answer for this. If the person actually said that's the only day I can do it, if not, I have to find somebody else. Then I would turn them away. If I can't do it on Thursday, I would turn them away. Before, I would be like, all right, let's do it. And physically knowing it's kind of impossible to finish all the jobs that you got for that day, I would still take it. And then you'd be running around 9, 10 p.m. You're out mobile, and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, what now you're talking about. Now you reminded me how it felt. Basically, before, yeah, I would load up and that's it. But if I see it now, it's not doable. I'm not afraid to say, okay, sorry, that day does not, it's not open. It can't work.
Right, yeah, because that would happen to me, but I started using Google Calendar like my second or third year in, because you don't have to use a calendar in the beginning because you're not that booked, but you do so much in a day that it's very, very easy to forget. I use Google Calendar as well, and that helps me out a lot. I know, okay, how many jobs do I want to do in a day, and how long it's going to take me to do a job, just like you said, and that really helps with overloading yourself. Keeping a organized schedule, being organized, period, helps out a lot. Okay, yo, I haven't watched your videos in a while. The last few videos that I watched, you were working on a wrecked vehicle. It's like a little SUV.
Yeah.
You was working on. Are you still working on that one?
Yep. It just right now it's sitting.
It's sitting. Okay. So, and here's the question, right? So, like now, I was wondering. Now you offer so many services that people may not even know about. You offer windshield repair, windshield replacement. Did these ideas come from after you got the shop? You like, well, I got a shop, I can do this and this and this now. Like, did you get inspired by having a shop and say, you know what, I'm going to start doing windshield replacement and other things?
That's the windshield replacement was because of the shop. Window tinting that I tried, which I kind of stopped. It's not my thing. It was because of the shop. The vehicle that I got right now is because of the shop. Because I know I can work on it and leave it, and then now, even if it's all messed up or whatever, it's still good.
Right.
So yeah, that's one of the things that are pointers. It's a plus.
Right.
The thing that you can do with the shop.
Yeah, I was wondering that, because it's like, it's because like some of the things that you're doing is still dealing with vehicles, but it's not dealing with detailing. It's like the windshield. That's a real good idea because like um because sometimes like when I'm going from from car to car, from house to house, I do think of little small things you can do the cars. I see a guy on here, I forgot the name, but it had something like mobile oil lube or mobile oil lube or something like that. Like, so I guess he does mobile oil changes. Like, that's a real good idea. Like it's so many things that, because most of us that do detailing and we work with our hands, we're good with our hands. So there are other things that we can do with our hands, which means like you're dealing with these people and you building this reputation and you building this rapport with people, and these people, and it starts to build trust. If you always do a good job on a car, they'll trust you to change their oil. They'll trust you to do other things. Um, so that's dope, man. I kind of figured that that's where all this other stuff came from. But one thing I want to do is, if you could you give us a tour of your shop?
Oh, when today?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, you can just show your shop.
All right, hold on.
He said today. What
It's
up,
kind of messy. That's why.
huh?
It's kind of messy. I didn't have the time to clean it
That's
up.
fine. That's fine. It's all men up in here. Ain't no women in here. Men, we all messy, man. Hey, who all want to see? Who all want to see? Want to get a tour of the shop?
Oh yeah, there you go. Nobody wants to see
All
say
right, come
no.
on. Yeah, y'all pop that. Y'all better go hard in that comment section. I know y'all want to see the man shop. Go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if y'all want to see the shop. Give me a thumbs up. Here we go. We got 3. That'll be awesome to see. Come on, give me some thumbs up. Thumbs up emoji.
It should be like one of those people, that are big YouTubers. They're like, all right, let me get 2,000 likes, and I'll go ahead
Yeah.
and do it. So hey, all right, we got barely any people here. All right, let me get this many likes.
Yeah, they'll get it. It's some people that'll get it. I haven't got to that point yet, but I got a few. I got like, Dylan Stone got his hand raised. He dropped. Oh, we got like 4 or 5 people that say they want to see it. Oh, we got 6. Oh, we got 7. It's popping up. Come on, man. Hit me with the thumbs up, man. You're gonna show us the shop, man.
All right, hold on.
All right. Oh, you got the 5 fingers in the air. What's going on, Jay Jack? I don't think I spoke to you. What's up? Yeah, he's gonna show it.
All right, did we
Okay.
get 1,000 likes?
No.
All right, I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, where should I start?
Wherever you want to start, man. It's your world.
All right. Well, office area. Fridge.
It's like a
Bathroom. Do I need to, go in and show how the toilet works too? Oh, wait. Here. No, I'll do this. We got the light. Yeah, there we go. All right. Got tinted windows. Sliding door, window. Big old mess here. Toolbox. Water totes. Deanna's water. Get a nice tank couch. um, little bin right here. Oh, and my other cameras.
Okay.
Got a stairway up to the top for extra storage. Separated new buffs, spray nozzles, buffing pads, Ziploc bags, office trash bags, eyewear, brushes.
You know,
Grill if you get hungry.
for it to be messy, it's well organized though.
Well, but it's still messy. Trust me.
Okay.
Like, like, like. See, you got wires with those. I'm just messing. Yeah. It just, you know. How is this organized? There's a monitor right there by the shelf.
It's organized. I mean, I know you know where everything is.
How is that organized?
It's
got another
organized.
TV right here. Well, then where's my hood parts?
Where are they? On the couch? You ain't got them laid on the couch, do you?
No. The parts aren't sleeping on the couch yet. Yeah, kind of have my extra, stuff that I put up there for chemicals and stuff. Right now, this is what I'm talking about. This is messy right here. Like,
Okay.
I just got, busy with mobile and all this stuff, and little by little, you put something here and you put something there, and then bam, it's a mess.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
So,
like this, look.
Okay.
It's like, this is not clean, you ain't got nothing.
Right.
So yeah, here, we'll do this.
What's in there?
Just an empty fridge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this. What as far as chemicals, I'm not a chemical guy at all. I don't really get into it, but I know people on here, they love the chemicals. What type of chemical guy are you? Do you buy in bulk or you're a retail chemical guy?
Hold on. Okay, sorry. What was the question?
I was asking, do you buy your chemicals in bulk from like a supplier? Or are you more of a retail chemical type person? Like, where do you get your chemicals from?
So there's a detail supply shop, 15 minutes away from me.
Okay.
I go get them all down the street, 15 minutes away. So I would buy like 5-gallon jugs.
How long does a 5-gallon jug last you?
Oh man, that's depending on what we're using. 5-gallon jug can last me anywhere up to 6 months, I want to say.
Okay.
Maybe give or take. Just depends on how I dilute it and how I use it. Because that 5-gallon jug, I split it. That soap is so thick, like it's Jello. I'm not even joking. So I have to literally get another 5-gallon jug, put a half soap, half of 5-gallon soap in one bucket, and then another or jug or whatever you want to call it, and then I'll fill it up with water, and then so it's basically 10 gallons of soap, and then I dilute that still. What is it? 64 ounces of that soap, or 64 ounces of soap I will put in a 5-gallon bucket for my soap line in the van. So do you see how much that it's barely any
You're
out of 10
stretching it.
gallons
Yeah,
of
you're
soap.
really stretching it, right?
And then with that 5-gallon bucket of soap is gonna last me a week and a half to 2 weeks. Just depends on how much I'm using it.
Okay.
But I did recently start just buying like random chemicals here and there. I was like, man, I just gotta give it a try something different. So,
Mhm.
but it's just so convenient. Anything I need right then and there, I'll just
Mhm.
go to the shop, detail and supply shop, and I'll pick it up.
Right.
Because sometimes you're like, you didn't order anything ahead of time, so you're out, let's say today, and that's it. You ain't got nothing. So I'll just go over there, pick it up, and that's it. Because I can't order anything and it'll come today. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I got time, I can go get it. All right. So did I pretty much show everything, or is there anything else?
Yeah, yeah. No, we just wanted. I just wanted to give a quick look because like, I mean, I like shops. I like shops. I just want to take a look at it, but like, I know it's not about me. It's people on here watching it, and I know what most people are into. They're into like equipment, products. Your skill level. They want to see how you do things. So like, I mean, because we watch your videos, you have a real good system. You have a real good system down, and
Thank you.
I sit there and I watch you how you. I'm actually working on building my. I'm finna actually build a setup that'll be on my truck all the time. I bought a 100-gallon tank, and
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna minimize everything, and then I have all my detailing equipment in my truck. I mean, in the bed of my truck, and then I'll still carry a trailer. Like on the days I do lawn, I'll carry a trailer and do my lawns and everything. And then if I have to do a lawn because now what I want to do is I want to be able to go to a house and able to do my clients' lawns and cars on the same visit.
Hey George, those munchies on the fridge, they're empty. They're gone. You're too late. I just saw George's comment.
Yeah. I see that. What I do for chemicals now, I get all my chemicals between G Works and Sporties. So, I mean, I don't know if y'all remember that time I went live and I actually went on their websites and purchased chemicals and stuff. That's what I do. I go online, I buy their stuff, they send it to me. When G Works comes out with something new, like Sporties and G Works, every time they come out with something new, sometimes they'll send me a sample. Well, G Works, he always send me more than a sample. Um, well, they both send me more than samples. They both send me more than samples. Like Sporties will send you a lot of samples of a lot of different things. G Works will just give you like a big bottle of whatever he has new. And they give it to me because they know I'm going to use it, and then I can get back to them and tell them how I liked it.
Thank,
So
thanks, G-Works. I think he said, just make sure your wife doesn't find out that I look too good.
I see Z Customs. Is that question, Mike? Is that question for me or for Tolys?
Which one?
He asked, "Do you have help?" Well, Tolys has help, man. Tolly got family.
I either by myself. Nah, my dad and my brother. Oh, weatherpoon, pressure washing, weatherpoon. Totally speak on the vac hose reel, length and suction. Actually, I've had a few comments on some of my YouTube videos. People were asking about my vacuum reel, and honestly, I cannot tell the difference. With if there is slight loss of suction on the vacuum reel, then I can't really tell the difference. Even though with like a 60-foot hose or 50, whatever it is, I've lost count. But other than that, it's like if in to answer this, if it wasn't working for me, if it wasn't vacuuming, then guess what? I wouldn't be using that vacuum reel. I can go out there right now and I'll show it to you guys. I mean, my truck is right here. What kind of diet did you go on to, G-Works? How many cars do I do? It's always random. I could have out mobile. I could have, let's say, 2 to 3 vehicles, which
At one time?
Oh yeah, well no, I'm just saying like certain day in the same day if it's mobile washes, I could have 2 vehicles, 3 vehicles, but at times where I did 15 vehicles, so it just all depends. Like if you're in one location, which I used to do ADT home security system, I don't do them anymore. I've been doing 32 vehicles at one time in one spot in 2 hours because it's only exterior fleet rinse, wash, soap, and you move on because that's the only time I got from them. They're like, we only have 2 hours from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. We're at the office in a meeting, and we need somebody to come out and clean those vehicles. So in 2 hours, I reached about 32 vehicles for exterior washes.
Okay. Okay, man. So yeah. G-Works is on here talking about he lost weight. I understand you lost a couple of pounds too, Tolys.
I lost pretty much 60 pounds.
Wow. You look
So,
good, man.
it's been
How did
55.
that how was your weight affecting you at work?
Not really. It just kind of like my brother-in-law started the keto diet, and then it just kind of like, blew up one day, and I was like, babe, I think I'm gonna try to go on the diet too. Randomly, you know, of course it's easier to move around and everything, but as far as noticing, a big difference, a big change, I think it just kind of is hard to tell, because you don't really measure it before, like, oh, okay, let's see how much time it's going to take me to do this or that, and now let's see how it's going to. So, but in a way, certain things like, yeah, it's a lot easier, and the most thing you can do more squats. So yeah, feeling good.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've always been a small guy. But like now, like
The the
I've
shirt that
been
you're wearing, what size is that?
this is a medium.
Oh, okay. So I'm wearing a large, so I guess yeah, you're still smaller than me.
Yeah. I'm a small guy. I only weigh right
Well,
now.
you know how large is, right? You have a large. I mean, you have some large shirts, right? You sent me this, so and I just literally opened this.
Just now.
Today. Here, hold on. I'll bring something. All right.
You just thought you just put it on today.
Here, I'll show you.
Yep, that's the package. That's the package I sent in. But look, everybody, man, everybody that's in the new wave Facebook group. Oh yeah, Tolys, are you in the new wave Facebook group?
Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody that's in the new wave Facebook group, man, y'all start posting some pictures with your shirts. The ones that I sent you the shirts. Um, y'all start posting pictures with your shirts. I still got to send something out. Um, got to get some larger sizes and send out to people. And Little man, boy, I'm 5'4", not growing no more. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, little man, boy. Who gave you that nickname, man? Yeah, but I'm only 5'11". I weigh like last time I checked, I was at what 175. Matter of fact, I got a scale right behind me. Last time I checked, I think I was at 175. Yeah, hold on. Let me see how much I weigh.
Grab your laptop so you can show us.
Yeah, I'm at 177. I'm at 177. Trust me, I used to I weighed 160, 165 for a long time. Within the last couple of years, I've got up to 170, 175. I just weighed myself. I'm probably 175, but I got clothes on, so that's probably where the extra other 2 pounds are coming from. Yeah, well, I've always been a small guy, but I'm getting like some baby love handles, and so I got yeah, and my wife makes fun of me now, so I gotta work out a little bit. That's probably where the extra pounds are coming from. I bet you if I start working out, get on a good workout regimen, I'll probably go back down to 165. No, I'm too small to break a scale.
202.
Yeah, you said 202. Yeah. Yeah, I got a similar, my scale similar to that.
It's jumping too much.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably be under that. You probably be at like 199, 198. You got clothes on, plus it's at the end of the day. The best time to weigh yourself is in the morning with no clothes
Oh
on.
yeah, and I got this phone on and my wallet and my tripod.
That's go. I'm telling you, that's gonna weigh at least 2 pounds. You might want to know if you do dealership work.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I did before. If anything, I can give you some insight. The reason why with dealership, I did try out dealership. That's why I'm giving you an answer. Why I just strictly said no. That's why I didn't say let me think about it. They're about making money on selling vehicles. So if we're talking about dealership, big dealership, not small dealership, they literally pay about $3, $2 per vehicle for wash and rinse. And if that's all you're doing, you got to put a lot of effort and work into rinsing, washing all those cars. For me, it's not worth it anymore. I mean, running around and just trying to get, I prefer, let's say, this running around and renting all these vehicles for $2-3 at a dealership. Of course, you can do up to 100 to 200 vehicles. That's still not worth it for the 300, $600 and washing that many vehicles. Now, I have nothing against washing, 4 to 5 vehicles for $50, $60 with interior versus that, because now I get a little more. So if anything, it takes me about 45 minutes on a smaller vehicle. You get $50 for that. On a bigger vehicle, $60. That's it. You do 5, 6 vehicles. Let's say if it's $50 a piece, you get what, 250,
300.
But that's like the lowest amount, and I'll be done with quicker than 45 minutes if it's like more vehicles in one location, because I
Yeah.
line them up.
And then the thing about it is, on your maintenance washes, those vehicles are being routinely maintained. So when you're going there, it's not a lot of, it's the cars are not filthy. You know, and that's what that's what I'm doing. Like I'm doing, like I do new vehicles. I do vehicles I've never done before, but the majority of the vehicles that I do, these are people that I do lawn care work for as well. So the
Hey,
cars, I'm doing these cars at least once a month.
hey, King's Deluxe Mobile Car Wash. Did you actually like watch my full explanation on the DI water, how you get most of out of it? Did you uh, did you measure the TDS in your water before you pumped? If if your TDS is like 80 to 100, man, some people even have up to 400, even more than that. The higher the TDS, the less gallons you're gonna get. And trust me when I say the water does fluctuate with TDS. It goes up high and low. In my shop, I can get as low as 30 TDS, and I've had TDS as high as 300 TDS. I never try to pump whenever I get over 80 TDS, 60, 80 TDS. So here's my explanation why I have two totes. If you max them out, they're 280 gallons of water. So right here, you got four 280, 280, 560,
Yes.
560. And then I have another 280 gallons in my van. So that's another 280, 560. That's 660, 760, 840. So yeah, I'm close. Can, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Because I just, yeah. So that's why I have stuck up on DNI's water because I try to pump and measure the water, the level of TDS in the water. So when it's low, I do this. When let's say, for instance, it's like 100 to 200 TDS, then I'm not. I'm just using water out of these cages that I got here. I pump, and then I check daily to see what the TDS is in the water. Once it's low, I pump so I get more gallons out of the DI setup.
Yo, what's going on, Callus Auto Detailing? I see you.
So make sure that if you want to get most out of it, you got to see it that you pump at lowest TDS possible. You just go and measure your TDS just daily. Just measure and see what kind of TDSs you get throughout the day, so you can kind of figure out what's your low. For me, for instance, I know what's my lowest TDS here I ever saw was around 30 TDS. The highest I ever saw was 300 TDS. So now I kind of fluctuate, and I know I'm like, okay, is it worth it when it's a 300 TDS? Because that's the highest, and that's that's its worst. And I just try not to do that. I try not to pump when it's that high. So I see if I really need it badly, then I got no choice. And if I don't have any stocked up on DI water, then I will go ahead and pump at a higher level. But it just the amount that I need. I won't just let it out and just fill up all those totes. I'll fill up those totes only when the TDS is low, so I get more. I don't get the buildup in the DI tanks. So Robzilla Garage, that's how do you manage money? How do you pay yourself? Like to explain to you, like I don't know. I've heard that a lot of people that start off, they think that they need a lot of supplies, need a lot of tools, strictly I want to say chemicals, products. I literally know the services that I provide, and I don't rush into buying something that I don't have a customer set up for that service. So, for instance, I'm not stocked up on ceramic coating. I only when I talk to a customer, then I order ceramic coating, and then I'll go ahead and do the ceramic coating. For instance, I wash vehicles day-to-day basis. I do details here and there, and I do paint correctional. So I have buff pets. I have some polishers set up. I have compounds. I have some waxes, some sealants, some silicone dioxide. The new um, basically new higher sealant. So anything that I know I can do day to day basis, and I have customers for that job, then I try to go ahead and buy those things that I actually need, like soap. I need daily, no matter what, because I that's mainly the things I do is to wash vehicles. And for interior, it's no chemicals whatsoever. It's rubbing alcohol and deionized water for the windows. And for plastics, when they're maintained, when they're detailed, and you just need to wipe them down, it's clearly just water. Sometimes I might put rubbing alcohol, but not even. So on the interior, if I need to, yes, I do spray a little bit of cleaner, which I'll just get like super cleaner or whatever, dilute it with water. And if there's any tough spots, and I'll just pretty much clean that up. But other than that, when you maintain vehicles, they don't get that bad. Even if you do have times people do get them, really dirty.
Yeah, basically, how I manage my money in the beginning, I didn't pay myself. I just put it all into the business. Like if I needed to buy something for myself, I'll use my business to buy it. But just like Tolys, if I didn't need it, I didn't buy it. I did use my business for business and personal when I first started. When I started getting a lot of work coming in, when I was getting a lot of customers and clients, and I had a lot of routine work coming in, what this is what I did. I would take. I didn't do it based on how much. Uh, in the beginning, I did it on how many customers I had. So let's say if in one day I did 5 jobs, I would say $10 a job, no matter how big the job was. If I made $100 on one job, or if I made $200 on one job, I still would take 10 from each job, and I would save it every day. So on average, I would have anywhere from 5 to 7 jobs a day, whether it be lawns or cars. And so that means I was saving like $50 to $70 a day. And I would keep that for me, and then the rest I would let go to the business. Uh, but you can also do it in percentages. You can say, okay, you can say what 20%. You can take 20% for yourself. Uh, but the majority of the time, I'm able to pay for everything through my business. Even when I take that $10 out for each job, I'm able to pay my bills for the business, pay my personal bills, you know, buy groceries, do all that type of stuff. And that money that I'm putting away, five of it is probably that I'm gonna keep in savings that I'll try to hold for a long period of time. And $5 of that 10, the other five, a go towards when the season slows down. So when the season slows down, I'm still working, but I have that little nest egg saved up for emergencies, or if I have a week with no work, because sometimes that happens. So if I have a week without work, I just dip into it, take out a week worth of bills, throw it in my bank account, and then I don't worry about it. That's how I manage mine. I switch it up. I change it. I've changed it like 2 or 3 times since I've been in business. Like I said, the first year, I just kept everything. Everything went to the business. If I had to buy something, I just took it out the business. And I mean, when I buy something personal. As a few more years went on, I started doing better. I started saving like $5 a job, and then $10 a job. So that's how I do it. And I always try to find better ways to do it. If that way is not working, of course I adjust it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I seen. Let me see this.
Yo, Callis, if you want to, Callis Auto Detail, if you want a shirt, I have available. I have an extra large and a large available right now. So if those are one of your sizes, you can send me a cash app, and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you Monday. I'll ship it out Monday. But the shirt's gonna be $30. And that includes the shipping and everything. Uh, here's my cash app for you guys that are Ashton, come here. Here's my cash app. Or you'll take a 2X. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do, Callis, is I'm gonna have to make a special order on large sizes. I have already some requests with that same size. So Ashley, come on, you know what I told you to do. Yeah, but yeah, I got you. Just hey, Callis, all detail. Are you in the New Wave? Are you in the New Wave Facebook group? Okay. I'll reach out to you then once I get the shirts in. But Monday I'm gonna go and put the order in, and I don't know how quick I can get 2X's and 3X's. Uh, I'm not sure how soon I can get those in, but I'll let you know as soon as I know. Yo, Ashton. Yeah. Come on.
So, I want to cover King's Deluxe Mobile Car Wash. The one that was asking about the, I think GI, was that him? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. King's Deluxe Mobile Car Wash. So, if you're still watching, here's what I've added also. I've done a little small blue filter before it goes into the big main one. So when it's high TDS, this little one will drop the level TDS before it goes into the main one. So you buy more life out of this one. So, but that means you have to stock up on extra resin, and you have to exchange this one. So I have a little. So this is where the water comes in. This is where the water goes out, and it goes in here. So I don't know how well you can see that. And then I have a little spigot right there where I drain, where it runs and tells me the measure. I measured the water out of this blue filter, and it will tell me how much TDS is on there. So if it's like, let's say for instance, 200 TDS in the water, and I have the resin in this one, this is going to come out 0 until to some point it's going to start raising slowly because it's going to start clogging up the resin. So let's say it goes to 20 TDS, then it goes to 40 TDS, 50 TDS, 60, and then until it gets up to like 80 TDS or whatever, then I'll change this up if it's at 200 TDS. So, but this is how I would maintain with the small filter to the big one, and I would maintain it the big resin, the big DI tank. I would maintain it longer that way if I were to put in a smaller blue filter with resin in there, and it will keep the bigger DI tank. It will keep it. Let you get more gallons out of it.
Oh yeah, okay, everybody, you guys check this out. I actually put this on the page already on the Facebook, but we got the Like a Man shirts out.
Like a man.
Like a man. We got the Like a Man shirts out. So same thing. 30 bucks.
Great videos right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna show them your braces. Ashley got braces and a haircut.
Man, you're growing up.
Yeah, he's growing up, man. Yeah, he's growing. That's what everybody say when they see him, man. Yeah. All right, but man, we're gonna get out of here, man. It was nice. It was nice talking to you, man. Just trying to, cause I've been since I talked to Delin last week, I've been thinking about the shops, and we haven't really talked about, like, when I go live, we touched on shops, but we never really talked about shops. And I like to, I like to use people that have a better perspective, not just assumptions. Somebody who's actually doing it. Deland does the shop. He that's all he does is the shop, and you do both. So I was like, man, he's a he's he's uh he's gonna be the best person to talk to this about this because he has perspective on both. Um, and it also gives like people who want to get into this business. It also gives them kind of an idea what to expect when you have somebody that's already in the field doing it. So man, I appreciate you, man, for stopping by, man, and blessing us with your knowledge.
Okay.
I got a shop and go mobile too. Okay, I see you, Carlos. What's going on, A&R? What's up?
Man, King Deluxe mobile car wash. I don't know what exactly you're doing. You say my little tank is the reading the same TDS as the house TDS. Are you? Did you get the same in one of the videos I had with the links? Is it not? Is it not filtering somehow? Man, I don't know. You just gotta make sure you do your setup right. G-Works, are you talking about the DI water? DI tank? So is the system better than the old system? Basically, my DI system thing is exactly the same. I just decided to throw in a small little blue filter before it actually goes into the big DI tank. So like in order to keep my TDS low going into the big DI tank.
Oh, I can order. I can special order one for you, Z Customs. Go ahead and send me the money now, and I'll have it to you in a couple of days. I know they have smalls. They got those all day. Smalls, large, extra large, large. I could get those just like that. But I don't have them with me on. I don't have them on me now. But I'm taking pre-orders. Which shirt are you talking about? You talking about the Like a Man or the New Wave? Yeah, I seen my cash app.
Anthony, it's dark already at your place, huh?
Oh, it's been dark. When I called you, it was dark. Yeah, it gets dark around here around like 7:30, 7:45. You want both? Yeah, go ahead. I can get them to you probably by the end of the week or the beginning of next week. You go ahead and make that send that now. I have it for you. Yeah, I appreciate you, Tolys, man. Is there anything tips on clients? If y'all guys got any questions, I'll stay on here another 5 minutes. Y'all can ask Tolys pretty much anything you want. Leroy, is that question for me, Leroy, or for Tolys? Tips on clients. Tips on getting clients.
Oh, for me?
I guess we both can answer the question. He wants to know tips on getting clients. Did you hear me?
No. See, this is kind of like a hard question. You know, it's about what are you doing to get those customers. I mean, are you advertising your company? Yes, word of mouth is great, but that means you got to find clients that are willing to pay you for your services, and hopefully they'll spread your company word of mouth. Um, but I've tried, going out doing like simple washes here and there, just to have people actually see and come up and get your business card and all that. It works, but like I said, Google SEO, that's one of the things that took off for advertising. And I've tried different areas of advertising, like Yellow Pages and stuff like that. That really didn't help much. You just spend a lot of money, and you don't have any results as far as who's looking up your company, if anybody's actually looking in the book. By like Google website, you actually can go look at analytics, figure out how many people are searching for certain keywords in your area, and you get ballpark numbers, not like you're roughly thinking or whatever. So as far as doing, getting clients, it's not like tips or tricks. It's as far as, are you advertising properly? I mean, you know, it's a lot to go off of here. So you can't just go out and try to find the customer yourself, because when you're doing that, you have no idea if they're in need of the service at that time. Now, if you were to find out and know every time, they're like, huh, I think this person is going to need the service. Okay, let me go talk to him. That's a 50-50 shot. You never know if they need that service. But like people these days, they always go to Google, online. Something breaks down, something happens at home. Like you break your windshield, let's say, for instance. People that don't know that there's companies out there to do the glass replacement, they're going to go to Google and type in glass replacement, and there's going to be companies popping out. Guess what? They got a list to go off of. Now, is your company on that website or not? On Google list. They're going to pick up the phone and call the number they see first. Same thing for auto detailing, car washing, or whatever. You got your company, you got that website out there, you have it set up on SEO in Google. They look up let's say somebody gets their vehicle scratched, right? Like I had certain videos back there. I have even people come up here for certain scratches that they want me to polish out. And oh man, okay, I know painting my vehicles would be too expensive. Let me see if there's any scratch removal service, because I have some keywords in my website like that. So there's paint correction, there's scratch removal, and they're gonna just go to Google and they're gonna search what what service they need. So they'll be like either typing, okay, scratch fix, scratch removal, and if my keywords pick up my website, they're gonna have my company out there and they're gonna call me. Hey, do you do scratch removal? Yes, I do, and I go out and do that. So I don't know, for me, it's kind of like really hard to explain you exactly. I don't know what exactly you're trying to go off of, but it's all about how you approach your business, and as far as, are you going to be going out, trying to sell your service to each customer, which you can, but like I said, it would be 50-50. Most of all, the services that you provide, just have a little more services. Just go to Google, do SEO, and you'd be surprised how many people search on certain keywords in my area. In a month, you can get up to thousands of keywords. And thousands of keywords, and there's multiple of keywords, you should be getting some of those customers out of thousands. I'm talking about from 1,000 up to 10,000, 20,000 in a month. That's a lot of people searching for that. And I'm talking about, this is just strictly around your area. Well, I can't really. I have this app on my phone for my Google My Business page, and last time I checked, there was 4,500 keyword searches for certain services that my business provides. So That's the last time I remember I was on there. So you got something from top of your head that you know that people are searching for services, and you just go off of that. You're pretty much that people are looking, and it's just a chance as far as you're going to get clicked. As long as your company's out there, eventually somebody will call you because people are searching. You're not going out there and trying to sell your service, which, like again, I said, that's nothing wrong with that, but just it's a 50-50 shot.
Okay, so my answer to that question is first, just like you said, you want to target those people who need your services and who want your services, and people that can afford it. That's
Anthony,
the first, huh?
there you go. You're like my translator.
Right. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay. Once you find that area or that demographic or those people or whatever, once you find those people, well, first you got to ask yourself who needs it. Your soccer mom, your stay at home mom that has the husband, the stay at home wife that has the husband that's working 12 hours, 15 hours a day. Usually it's going to be nice neighborhoods, nice neighborhoods with half a million, 600 to, $1 million homes. You're going to want those people because those people value their time. They don't have a lot of time to do things. So they get their houses cleaned. They get their lawn cut. They get their cars done. They don't have time to take their car to a shop and wait. Those are the people that you want to look for. Those people, most of those people are going to have high paying jobs. What are your high paying jobs? Doctors, lawyers, engineers, business owners. Those are the people that you want to cater to. Those are the people that you want to look for. And so once you find where those people are, then you come up with a plan to advertise to those people with SEO, like Tolys was just talking about. Get your Google My Business page, go on Facebook, Instagram, all those platforms. When you run an ad or when you pay for an ad, you can actually pick certain areas to run those ads. If you want to go, if you know someone that works in those areas, banks, um, schools, nail salons, office buildings, if you know somebody who works at those type of places, go and do their car for free in that area so you can pass out cards. Tony's brought up a valuable point. When you do stuff like that, sometimes it's going to be 50-50, but you want to cover all your bases. You want to be able to be found, and you're going to have to go and find them. If you put those two together, your percentages are going to be higher to get services. What I did was when I started, I lowered my prices so I can get work to be seen. Once I started being seen, I was passing out flyers. Every time somebody stopped, hey, how much do you charge? Do you have a card? I'm passing that information out. Every time I do someone's car, even if it's a customer that I do all the time, even if it's a client that I do all the time, I leave 3 of my business cards in their cup holder. You see what I'm saying? You always be advertising. Get shirts made up. Go out with your shirts, get decals in your cars. There's so many ways you can do it. But social media is going to be, free car washes. Yeah. Social media is going to be your best bet, because walk into any office building, walk into any waiting room. If you sit down and go to the doctor, you wait in the waiting room, look around. Everybody in that waiting room is on their phone, scrolling up, scrolling down, swiping left, swiping right. So you're going to have to get yourself out there. You can't expect to just put an ad out on Facebook and then just sit there and wait. You can't expect to put yourself on Google My Business and sit back and wait. And if you're on Google My Business, when you get done when you get done with a customer's car, say, hey, could you leave me a review? Every customer that you work with, because you can, I'm gonna tell you like this, you can get anything you want if you're willing to work hard or if you're willing to pay for it. It's not gonna come easy. If you want it fast, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to pay for it. If you don't want to pay for it, you're gonna have to put the work in. I come up when I'm in my area, when I'm out and about, I'll go on my phone, I'll go to Google, and I'll type in lawn care services near me. And I'm always either number 1, 2, or 3. I go 20 miles out and type it in, I'm still number 1, 2, or 3. If you go look at it, I got 40 reviews. I got 45 reviews. Every time I do someone's car, I say, hey, leave me a review. I'm always putting stuff up on Instagram. I throw my little 1-minute video clips on Instagram and on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. And I get customers like that, like the headlight restoration video that I did recently. I cut off, I edited up a minute of that video, put it on my Instagram. I got 2, that same day that I put it out there, I got 2 appointments for headlight restoration. So it's not just one thing that's going to get you customers. It's going to be a multitude of things. It's going to be word of mouth. It's going to be, actually going up and talking to people. It's going to be doing free car washes. You're going to have to call your family and friends. If you got a family or friend that work in a nice area, go do that car for free. Just say, hey, look, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna wash your car for free. Wash the car for free. People gonna see in the parking lot, hand out cards. You got to beat the pavement. I hope that answers your question, Leroy. They want you to give them a discount. Well, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. To be honest, like you shouldn't have to discount a price for review, but to let y'all know how important reviews are, I will give them a discount if I absolutely had to. Now it wouldn't be no big discount, $5-10 at the most, but those reviews are very, very important because even if somebody leave you a bad review, it moves you up the list because your SEO is getting traction. That's how the SEO works. Randy can explain it better. But remember when Randy, if y'all go find my live stream that I did with Randy when we talked about SEO. If you look at the video, he had like a little sheet of paper where he had a diagram with something in the middle, and then all around he had these little things that was going around that all ran into the big picture. And SEO is search engine optimization. So when you go place yourself on Google My Business, it links to it drives traffic to your website. It drives traffic to your Facebook, to your Instagram. All that stuff is connected. And time is your best friend. Time is your best friend. So the more time that you're on social media or on the internet, G-Works Elite Auto Finish, that website is just anytime somebody types that in, anytime somebody searches, anytime he makes a post on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube or anything, it just grows his website. And so time is your best friend. You got to put the work in. There's no quick answer. Like I can't tell you, to get customers, go left, go right here, talk to this guy, then he's gonna put you in touch with this guy and you're in business. It's not gonna happen like that. You're gonna have to be patient. But you can pay for it. You can pay for it. You got marketing people like what's the name of that company that calls me all the time?
Randy?
Huh?
Randy calls you?
Yeah, no, it's a company. It's a company that calls me all the time. What else? Like Angie's List, Home Advisor.
Oh, home
Home,
advice.
Home Advisor calls me all the time, and Home Advisor always tries to get me to. They want to they want to partner up with you, and then they're going to send you customers, but you got to pay a fee. You see what I'm saying? You can get anything you want if you're willing to pay for it, but if you can't afford it, you're going to have to put the work in. Just like, I mean, organically, I built my SEO. So when someone I built my SEO. So when someone Google's my name, or Google's lawn care, or Google's they Google lawn care, or they Google mobile detailing, a car washing, a pressure washing, my name pops up. My name pops up, and that's a good thing. And I get a call. I get at least one call every day. I ask them, "How'd you find me?" Google. That stuff works. So you just got to put the work in, man. If it's not hard to get customers, maybe you're advertising in the wrong area. Some people mindset of a car wash or a detail is the car wash. You could tell them detail or whatever you want to say. You can say paint correction, whatever you want to say, and they're gonna basically tell you. They're gonna basically in their mind think that, hey, it's just a car wash, and if it's just a car wash, they want to spend car wash money. So you're gonna have to go to a place you're gonna have to go to a demographic or an area for people that need your services, that really, really need your services and want your services. That's who you're gonna market to. You got to find that first. Yes, you got Yelp. All that stuff is a part of search engine optimization. All of that. And I was always on Google My Business. I was always on there, but I didn't understand what it was. And I remember talking with Sporties, and he told me, he said, "You got Google My Business." I'm like, "Yeah." Then he started breaking it down to me, and then when I did the interview with Randy actually broke it down and made me really, really understand what it was. And then once I understood what it was, I took action. I mean, if y'all go back and see when that video was done, I don't think I had any reviews. And everybody, all my customers, all my clients, when I got done with their vehicles, I said, "Hey, leave me a review." Sometimes they will forget to do it and they won't do it. The next time I go back, "Hey, could you leave me a review?" And they'll leave it. Sometimes I'll text them, "Hey, could you leave me a review?" And I'll text them a link to go straight to my Google page. They click that link, they review. It's simple. Right. Exactly. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing. G Works at Home Advisor. I don't deal with them. I just don't like the fact that you're gonna make money off me, whether I get a job or not. I'm not with that. So I never signed up with Home Advisor. But if you're not patient and you want it now, you gotta pay for it. It's just how it is. Just like I went to school for business. I went to school for business. Um, I had to pay for school, and a lot of stuff that dealing with business I learned. So I didn't a lot of that stuff I skipped when I did my business. A lot of the stuff dealing with my business I didn't have to learn as I go. Because I paid for it. You understand what I'm saying? So you just gotta be confident, be confident, and do your research. Go to the areas that whether they have it online. You can research any town, any area. You can research it, and see the what do you call it, the cost of living, or not even the cost of living, just the income. You can look at to see what the average median, or what the median income in that area, and that's you start focusing on that area. Or I mean, you can visually see, if you drive by and you see these nice big brick homes, that's a good sign that there's wealth in that area. Those are the areas you want to target. But okay, I done talked enough. We've been on here over an hour, so we're gonna get out of here. Is there anything else you want to give to them, Tolys?
Nope, I'm good. I mean, I don't know if anybody else got other questions, but it looks like I'm good.
Right. Okay, we got somebody who just signed up with Home Advisor. I mean, I'm just saying it's not for me, but Prestige Mobile Detailing, it is a good way to get yourself in the door, but you're just paying for it, and you're gonna get calls. You're gonna get calls. But like, yeah, you're gonna get calls from Home Advisor. But the bad thing about it is, that I don't like about it, is whether you get the job or not, they get paid. And then they take a cut, and then they also get a cut out of whatever. They also get like a percentage of the job. So I'm just not with that, man. I'm not, like, when I started my own business, I started my own business to be independent, self-sufficient, and I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody getting a cut out of anything that I do. I'm just not with that. If that's what it is, I'll just work a regular job. I'm just not with that. But Sporties talks about it all the time. He used a service similar to Home Advisor, which was Groupon and Living Social, and he was able to get into those areas. And to be honest, the people that tap into Living Social and Groupon and Home Advisor, if you look at they also have analytics, and the people, you can look at their income. The people who use those services usually have a very, very high income. The people that buy those coupons and buy those vouchers and do all and go to a Home Advisor, and once you get that customer, you can tell them, hey, don't call Home Advisor next time you need the service, call me. Or you can get a repeat customer through them. You get what I'm saying? So and then after a period of time, you can just slowly but surely phase Home Advisor out. Yeah. Like I said, if you want the easy, quick route, you got to pay for it, G-Works. That's how it is. I mean, but I'm just not with that. I'm like you, G-Works. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. With that crazy cut. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'll be getting back to my regular videos probably next Sunday. I'll drop something. I don't know. I might drop a lawn care video or something. I haven't dropped a lawn care video in a while, but I'll drop a video, and I'll be giving you more videos like this. Shouts out to Tolys, Detailing and Family Vlogs. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Till next time. Peace.